Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. It is the last day of the Best in Class, kind of the featured PvE special. It's non-competitive for timing. It's just can you get through and clear the nodes, and it's a fun way to kind of get into our anniversary celebration against different characters and different setups. And I really like this because, for one thing, it's not timed. You can take your time and clear it when you want. You can breeze through it, or you can wait and go through it with a bunch at once. And that's kind of what I did. I saved all the remaining nodes for last. But part of it's cool because it takes a one-on-one or a two-on-two kind of setup instead of always three-on-three. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take on these teams with fun combos, maybe kind of challenge teams or characters, and specialized. I usually don't get a lot of chances to play 3-star character combinations of teams, and in fact, to start things out, we're going to start with a 2-star team. So let's go down to the fourth node. I did the first three a number of days ago when this thing was new, and we're going to take on the most likely to succeed kind of node. Check it out. It is against Professor X, the 5-star version of Iron Man, the Mark 46, and Shuri's from the Black Panther realm of movies and comic lore. So let's get into it. Now, what team do you think would be fun to battle, the most likely to succeed? Maybe a team of enemies that are not very likely to succeed, and that's kind of what I've chosen here. I think we will be successful, but kind of a fun setup to play along with 2 stars in Ares, Bullseye, and Dakin. I call him Dakin a lot, so forgive me, and sometimes Dakin. So let's go on with it, and I don't think we have to talk too much about the abilities and such, but I will touch some on the strategy, how these guys can kind of play together, and go from there. We'll turn on our animations. Okay, so whenever I'm against a team that has Professor X on it, I usually target him first. Mostly because he's got the ability to go invisible, and it's hard to track down his invisibility tiles sometimes if it's in a kind of a safe location on the board. And he's got lower health usually than the other characters, so I think I'll take him on first. There's a point to be made where you could battle Shuri first, because her red ability makes her teammates' abilities cost less by about 3 AP each. But I think we'll be fine. We'll go for red with Ares. We've got an extra move. Let's do this right away against Chuck here. Oh man, we're starting out really well. Critical tile damage. Knocked about 1,000 off his health already. Cool. So what do we want to do with this team? Like, what's the priority? Well, we want to go for... anytime we get purple, we get a protect tile, so that'll help us, but that's going to happen randomly, even if the enemy team goes for that. I kind of want to make a very high priority in red to keep it away from them, but also green so we can play Bullseye's green ability, which I love. It's one of my favorite strategic-based abilities, and the other team doesn't have a black ability or even a passive on their team. So whenever there's a black match, we can probably leave it, except for a match 4. We have to take that. They'll always take match 4s. Whenever either team matches green, we'll get a strike tile on the board. That's certainly good. Alright, so what do we have going here? We have a bunch of blue. That'll be helpful in a little bit more so when we have a bunch of strike tiles. One more hit on Professor X, then we might leave him. Let's go for this red, yellow, black combo. What an extra move drop on that purple. Awesome. Now we're so far ahead in black AP. This is going to be great. Now you see Professor X there with 700. Let's leave him there for a second. Let's go over to Shuri. We'll hit her with this critical. In fact, let's leave that critical for a second. We got a blue that drops more black. That might come in more handy. Now they have 4 purple. Keep an eye on that. We can't let Professor X get invisible with his 7 purple that it requires. We already have our black ready to play. Murderous Aim is pretty much my second favorite ability in the 2-star realm next to Speed Shot from Hawkeye. It is so devastating, and there's already a critical tile on the board. So check this out. Sure, he's not going to like the results of this, but we have a spot where we can put 2 critical tiles on the board, and it's going to be just utterly devastating. Let's do this. We'll play Murderous Aim in these 2 spots here, and you can pick different spots on the board, but I kind of like those two. It's going to be another extra move in green with 3 critical tiles. It's basically a 2 critical tile with yellow and 2 critical tiles match with red and the green. This is going to be just a huge explosion. Let's go. Two-star just did about 5,000 in damage total from those criticals. Really cool. Alright, let's make, we really want to try to make an effort on red. Oh, of course they take it. So they have 9 red. That's a problem. So I don't want Shuri to play her red. And I was waiting to see if we'd get enough red for Ares, since he has a team damage ability in his Rampage. But like I said, I don't think it's even worth it to let her play it. So let's just take her out with Sunder. It's a big hitting yellow ability, and I kind of like the design, so check it out. Well over 2,000 in straight up damage, but then it's the countdown tile that deals additional damage and heals Ares if he's allowed to, if the countdown makes it through. So that's great. Let's do... Don't want Professor X to get any purple and go invisible, so we're going to take a little bit of a... what do we want to do? If we do purple this way, he can't make a match, but now that yellow countdown is gone. That's fine. We're not going to need to heal Ares very much from that resolving. I just wanted to get the additional damage from it as well. So why am I leaving Professor X? Well, I have an idea. If we get enough red, we'll be able to take him out with team damage. Separate from that, if we don't, we can hit him with a chemical reaction from a shot of blue, and that'll take him out pretty easily. Let's go for more green here. Not taking much damage because of our protect tiles. We're looking really good with 2 stars so far, and we have our green ready to play. Very cool. What do we want to do? Well, I'd like to get a red match that's not going to ruin a bunch of strike tiles. So let's keep looking here for a second. There it is. Okay. So all that means is I want to hit Iron Man with a shot on this green ability. So I want to do 1, 2 to get that blue match. That'll drop that red by 1. We're going to break this one and then just choose a random tile here, and then something else like that to get an additional blue. Check this out. Oh, I think I messed up on the red, didn't I? I sure did. I forgot I was going to destroy the 3 underneath it. Alright, well, we're going to lose some strike tiles just to get the red down there. Yeah, I should have waited 1 turn, but regardless, here we go. Rampage. Cool animation there. He goes, Professor X goes down. Chemical reaction once. Lose some strike tiles. We'll get a green match to put strikes back. Just 1. Long enough. Let's just end it. Okay. 2 stars did really well there, actually. Taking on the most likely to succeed. We did it. Let's go on now to the next node, which I think is going to be pretty fun. The cutest couple. I don't know who voted, but yeah, that's probably right. But I have another couple to take them on with that I think will be a lot of fun. Let's go all the way down here into our 3 stars and grab Scarlet Witch and Vision. I think these two actually play pretty well in a 2-character combo. We don't have a black ability, but the other team does, so we'll have to be careful with that. But when Vision tanks his own colors compared to his team, the guy's just unstoppable. And if you think about it, we're going up against the quote-unquote cutest couple. If you look at this couple here, you have to look at one of them and say, absolutely gorgeous. And then also Scarlet Witch is here too. See if you guys get that. Oh, I spent all day thinking about that joke. Okay, so what do we do here? We want to probably target Gambit first. And that's because Rogue is going to jump in front on defense whenever we match a color of her 3 colors. And it's yellow, red, and green. So whenever we can do damage to Gambit, we want to do that with colors that aren't Rogues. And here's a nice match 4 in blue, so we want to target him with that. Match damage isn't going to matter a whole lot, but a little bit. It's going to matter a whole lot, though, once we get Vision's blue going. Scarlet Witch has placed her arcane incantation on the board. That's probably a pretty bad spot, but as luck would have it, we can do this green and we get an automatic blue match anyway. And now we've already got enough blue to play Vision's ability. And by the way, did you notice I lined up Vision in the middle and Scarlet Witch on the left? That guarantees that they're both at the highest max level, so that guarantees, since he's in the middle, that he also tanks Team Up. It doesn't show his icon on Team Up, it never does for anyone, but that's important because when Vision makes any match of his own tiles, his blue does just a ton of damage. So it looks good to actually start playing his density heavy. Let's go for it. Whenever we make a Vision match, he's going to do tons of extra damage, and we could try to hit Gambit, but our next move is going to be red. I'm going to drop this red and white combo right here. Should I do the green and yellow? Maybe, probably should do the green and yellow. I don't want Rogue to get a lot of green against us. Alright, we'll do this first, but when the yellow drops, it's going to be the Vision hit. Check it out. 800 plus damage for that, and Rogue's got an ability that reduces incoming damage. That's pretty good. Alright, we have a purple 4-shot, so let's make sure that that hits Gambit. I know I way overthink a lot of this, and that's just pretty much what you have to deal with when you're watching Rick. You already know by now, but alright, so we really should try to find some blue matches. There's just nothing here. Red shows 222 below, but it was over 300 when it hit Rogue. And we lost our arcane incantation again. Let's move over to Gambit. We've got a blue match with our density heavy on the board. Let's just take it and watch the damage. 1500 as presented to the character above. Not as much... it's not as accurate below. It shows you what the damage would be on the actual match tiles itself, but when you hit you see the damage up above, it's always reflected to the full amount. Cool. Alright, we've got a dual... Oh, this is good. We've got a dual red combo. Let's play density heavy again. And it's going to hit Rogue anyway, but that is a whole lot of red. Just in time, because she's played her green on Vision, and that means he can't get any more blue AP from matches until she actually does her full power siphon for damage, or that's it, really. But while we have this density heavy out, let's move Gambit to the front. Check this out. Heavy Strike is a team damage ability. It deals well over 2,000 damage, but it's awesome because it actually gets added into the his blue Heavy Strike on top of it. So watch this team damage. 4,061 team damage. I just love it. I think that's great. A lot of people don't really understand how to get the most out of that from Vision, I think. I wanted that purple to stay for this. Oh wait, where is Scarlet Witch's countdown? There it is. So it's nicer when you can get a bunch of purple near that countdown when it goes off. We already have Rogue right there. That's so great. And this is going to be a pretty good ending. Nice to have her knocked out. We have just enough green to play Hex Bolt. And it's kind of a weak ability for damage straight up, but it's designed to go for AP or kind of destroy certain tiles. Let's click on this purple right here. We earn the AP for it and might get the one above it if we're lucky. Nope, didn't get the one above it. So we need 2 more purple AP. Sounds fine. Let's play Density Light now. And now Vision will take very little damage from matches against him. So watch this match here. Or from abilities. Stack Deck would have done a lot more than that. Cool. And we don't seem to have a purple match right handy. I want to end it that way if we can. This'll hurt. Gambit's purple does a lot of damage. We got that coming here with Raging Cajun. Potential for a whole lot of damage from those 3 countdowns. When he gets rolling, it's not good. So can we keep him alive for one more turn with this purple match? Nope, that's going to do it. I wanted to play Reality Crush. Sometimes it's hard to get all that purple if you don't get a good result from the countdowns. But I think the true cutest couple won that match right there. Got it done. Let's go on. We need to speed things up a little bit. I tend to go on and on. If you didn't know, you're sitting there going, yeah, we all know. Okay, Clash Clown against 3-star Deadpool. Well, I thought about who would I use here, and I think you know what we're going to do. I think it'll be just as well and fun to play with. I was thinking, should we play Gwenpool, but I just played her a bunch, or should I play the 4-star Deadpool to take him out easily? Why don't we go for the 3-star Deadpool, since I have the costume equipped for the lady Deadpool, female Deadpool. That'll be fun. Let's try to take him on and see who the better Deadpool is. I think we can move this over here now and get a better look. So we both have an active red and purple ability and a passive black, but the passive black, that won't come into effect here. That's only kind of a retaliation if our allies take a lot of damage. So we won't have any of that here. But I really want to win with our purple ability, if at all possible. Red does quite a bit of damage, but keep in mind, I've talked about this a little bit, it's a percentage damage. Nice drop there on the green. So it's a maximum damage, but limited by a percentage. So it can do a couple thousand worth of damage, but remember it's limited to a percent. 65% can be quite a bit, but once he gets down to around 2,000 range or whatever, under 3,000, it'll do a lot less damage as a percentage of his total health pool than it would be up front on total potential damage. There's a red and a purple match both. We better go for the purple. That'll be harder to get that ability built up. Okay, he could... We're trying to let him set us up for matches. I guess this is probably safe to do. Match 4 in white. I think I'm going to let him do that. There's a number of spots that purple could drop down and become and land in a matchable location if we let him take that match. And he probably doesn't see it, but this white drops a purple over here. Okay. I didn't see that it set up a match 4, but... Alright, set us up. There it is. See how that worked? You don't always know for sure if that's going to happen, but now we got both of our abilities qualified, and he didn't get either one. This should be a win. We'll go ahead and hit him with a little off the top for 60-some% of his total. And let me think here. We can drop whales and win, but you know what might be fun? Some of you guys never really see the mega whales, like super whales, right? It costs 28,000 Deadpool points. Obviously, I've got plenty at 314. Let's do it. Now, I'm going to turn the volume way up for this. It's just one of the funniest animations in the entire game. It's well worth it if you haven't seen it. Here we go. You have to hit the big push me button for 28,000. Just the green OK button would would do team damage of about 4,000. This is so fun. And we earned the Deadpool points for the day. You could get an average of about 3,000 Deadpool points every day that you play the 3-star Deadpool in any single match at all. So it's worth it just to use Deadpool to build up those points, and Mega Whales comes in very handy sometimes. So if you haven't seen the animation, let me know in the comments below. I thought it'd be funny to kind of spend those points in a special situation. Let's go on to the next match, and we're going to take on Best Smile. These look like some pretty nasty guys with evil grins, if you will. Man, what team did I say that we were going to take them on with? Maybe guys that should, like, never smile. Was it? Who was it going to be? Oh, okay. So since it was Sabretooth, we were definitely going to go with a guy who's just always in a great mood, and that is going to be Wolverine. Kidding. Never in a good mood, really. But he's going to love tearing Sabretooth to shreds. And who else did we have in here? That might be pretty tough with Craven along to punish us for our strike tiles, but that's fine. Let's see how bad it can get, and we'll leave our green at 5. Usually I run Patch Wolverine at 4 in green, by the way. And so, okay, I was going to run him, and then I also was thinking about who else could play well with him in the 3-star realm. Well, sometimes, I know we played Dakin already, but he can be pretty good here with his biological father, or whatever the story is. So he's got blue, maybe purple and black, red and green if we want. We could bring along a red and a yellow user from the 3-star realm. Who else would be good for this matchup? Probably a bunch of decisions here. Red and yellow. That sounds a lot like just yellow from Spidey. Maybe we'll do that, since he's got a big hitting yellow ability kind of only, and will benefit from purple matches in a couple ways. Alright, let's go for it. So we need to be a little bit careful. I think what we'll do is, these guys have good health too. We'll take on Sabretooth first in case we get a good run on him, and luckily there's not a lot of red on the board for him to get his red going easily. So I want to go for green and black probably the most. They don't have an active yellow user on their team. It's red and black, blue and black, purple, red and green, right? So no yellow at all. So I don't have to really hurry or go out of my way to get yellow matches. They should mostly leave them for me. Similarly, they have a purple, then I don't have an active purple, but if I get a purple match, we'll get a projectile from Spidey on the board. And Devil Dino's purple doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It can just be a little bit on the annoying side. Yeah, so this is going to be a challenge because Think Like the Enemy is going to do damage every turn that we have 4 or more special tiles on the board. And we're going to get strike tiles all over the place, some protect tiles as we go. And we could decide to play Spidey's blue if we need a stun big time. Oh man, this might be way more challenging than I thought, but we'll see if we can get through it. Pick this team on purpose. A little more green would be good. Alright, so Kraven has played his trap tile on the board, and I think it's always on blue. It doesn't really say that in the description, but I've only ever seen it played on blue, and I think we confirmed it at some point. Wow, Patch Wolverine is really getting hurt already. He does heal about 500 every turn, but I better not play my additional strike tiles yet. What was I saying? Yeah, these guys are going to be well suited to take us on. This is a rough go so far. Thankfully, we have 2 healers and a projectile maker. That might help us out a lot. We have blue ready. We have green ready. So let's try to get more yellow built up. Oh man, this is going to hurt. 8,000? Okay, we're in trouble. We need to hit Sabretooth like right now. I think we have enough to take him out. The problem is Kraven after this. So how much blue do we have? Just 6. Got an idea. Yep, let's do it. Let's play Berserker Rage. Decent damage and an absolute ton of strike tiles. I mean, look at this board. We need to take Sabretooth out now because with all those strikes, when they match a strike, it's going to do damage plus blow holes in the board. Let's hit him with a chemical reaction to remove some strike tiles after doing decent damage. And we got him out. Okay. So, concern number 1 is done. Let's keep going here. Who's got the most health? We got to keep Dakin up front for a little bit, but I don't know, guys. This might be too painful. If we keep switching up who's up front, we might be able to get some good heals in. I don't know. We need to really remove some of our special tiles from the board probably. And that would take more blue. We're not getting a lot of blue. Oh boy. Spidey might be going down right here. He is down. Oh man, don't let us lose to Kraven. Anything, don't let us lose to Kraven. We should make a patch move here. I know there's a match 4 in blue, but we really should have Patch take this. Let's go with yellow-green. If we could just find a way. We lost Spidey, couldn't get our yellow played. Oh no. Oh no. We made a horrible decision to play this team. Okay. Lucky extra move. We've got a match 4 in purple. That'll do pretty good damage. Pick up a blue with it. I think Devil Dino's abilities are just too inexpensive, and yep, that costs us the fight. Wow, okay, I knew, we were getting into trouble with the tons of strike tiles we'd be having, but I thought we'd have an easier time with these guys. So, now, let's move on to what else can we come up to? A heroic... Let's see. Yellow. Alright. Let's pick a team that's got a balanced color setup. We'll use Black Panther for yellow and black. It's still going to be special tiles, but blue and green. And then purple, red and purple. without it being Deadpool. Not a lot of red-purple combos in 3-star land, actually. Is there? Gray Suit Black Widow, I don't really use her for that. You know what? Let's go with Gambit here. We won against him earlier. Maybe we can use him to get the win. All right. I think things are going to go a little bit better. Let's continue keeping Sabretooth as our primary target because his red is just so good and inexpensive. We need to take him out quickly. Green drops a nice drop on purple. And at least with this team, we can control how quickly our special tiles are placed on the board, as opposed to getting them automatically from our passive abilities. So I think we'll work Sabretooth down to the point where a couple of our team damage abilities can take him out. We have 6 black. Ooh, I was hoping to get that black lineup. We got 1 there. Okay, let's do... Here's an interesting spot, right? So you could do this match 4 in white, or this match 4 in... I call it white, it's team up. Maybe this is a spot where you should do it differently, like take this purple and move it to the right. You're still going to get a white match 3, and then you get the black matched over there for free. I think that's better than the match 4 would have been, honestly, for the total AP that you generate. And now we're looking like we're in pretty good shape here. And I just want to get... I kind of want to get a better run on green. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Let's get a little more red. See what drops. Nope. Green's going to be difficult until we start our process here. Alright, so I think we have a plan for Sabretooth. With our next black match, we'll be able to take him out after we do another couple things. So let's start things off with... I was going to start with stacked deck, but I don't want to spend... I don't want to spend Gambit's black. Let's just do aces and eights once here. It's kind of just the process of getting charged tiles started on the board. And now we can, next time we play red, it'll be a lot more effective. Get yellow here. Okay, and we got the green I was looking for. Now we just need green or black. Got the green. I should have played my blue there. I forgot to do that. When I know I'm going to have my green ready, I usually play my blue from Beast. Let's go for this nice drop. Okay, this looks pretty good to get started. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're going to start with Mutagenic Breakthrough from Beast. The blue tiles are separated enough to get that started. Yeah, that was a good location. And let's get a little more... That's a lot of team up. That's a lot of team up. Let's get this red. Oh, we got lucky on the black. Tooth and Nail does tons of damage. Sorry, Gambit, I wasn't ready for that. We have our special tiles from Beast. That means we can do a whole bunch of good stuff. We also have a lot of team-up tiles. Wait, do we have... How many team-up do we have here? Let's check this out. So... You want to try to get 12 team-up or more. Let's just get this move here. Well over 20. That was a good move to wait for. Okay. So I'll start my thought process on this move here. Okay, we have well over 12 team up. The reason I wanted to do that is because Battle Plan gives you pretty strong strike tiles. But if you have 12 team up, the strike tiles are even way stronger. I like to play those here now. Now look at our special tile total on the board. Over 700 in strike tiles, and this is where it gets good. So we can do a shot from aces and eights with all those strike tiles on those charge tiles. There's 1,000 points of damage. Let's now go for Rage of the Panther, team damage. And by the way, that's not quite a knockout, but the math is working out really well. Don't forget on Rage of the Panther, it is team damage, but it also gives the enemy some black, their strongest color in 5 AP or so. Now that we have all that on the board, we can play Beast's Animal Inside. I think this is an underrated ability. Just make sure you have a blue special tile on the board when you play it, and you get the extra team damage and board chaos on top of everything. Almost always works out to another match or two as that drops on the board. We'll go ahead and play Mutagenic Breakthrough again. Pretty strong special tiles. We got Sabretooth out, so our special tiles are safe. And then look at Raging Cajun. 3 countdowns that override enemy specials if there were any. And the amount of damage these do is just absurd for a 3-star. We'll get to the point where we can win with that. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna lose some good stuff here at the top with the dual match 4. Ouch. Well, that's okay. Play that again for fun. And here is the end of the match. We'll take a prehistoric bite to know that we're going to win. Got him. All right, that team fared a lot better than our other guys. Definitely took a risk. But we got the 4-star Captain Marvel cover for our progress. That's going to be an excellent champion level reward for her. And we are up to the last couple of nodes. Let's speed this up. Best friends. Well, this is really pretty interesting because it's a pair of Inhumans. And I think that this makes a lot of sense with Black Bolt and Lockjaw being best friends. Let's take them on with a guaranteed crusher of a team. I don't know if they're actually best friends, but I can tell you that Medusa, and let's go down and grab another Inhuman for fun. We could have picked somebody like Quake, but I think it'll be more fun with, where was I looking for? Kamala Khan. I don't think I have a max champ of her anymore. I think I'm a little bit lower than that, so they're out of order. There we go. And yep, she's level 261, and our Medusa is 1 off of max champ. This is going to go pretty quickly, but we do need to be a little bit careful, because if we get a charge tile in our team's strongest color, which for Medusa happens to be yellow, then they're going to do automatic damage every turn while there's a charged yellow tile on the board because of Lockjaw. So even though that's a threat, I think Black Bolt, it might even be worse when there's a bunch of charge tiles on the board. Extra move will start things off really well. And we don't have a blue or red ability on our team, but they don't have a purple or black active ability on their team. There is our entanglement tile. It's yellow. I don't see a way to get to it yet, but we can drop it down to a matchable location. That's going to be big. There, they did it for us. Always good when they can start it. Oh, wow. When they start the process for us, that's great. Look at this extra move, including the entanglement tile again. How could we run this good? But we're in big trouble because there was too many yellow tiles on the board, and there are yellow charge tiles everywhere. So I think we should just keep working our automatic damage and just take what comes against us. If a special tile happens to become matched, we do earn a little bit of health back. So let's get as many of those on the board as we can. And Black Bolt's out already. See those 2 attack tiles? You should probably leave those, but if we needed health, you could match those, and we'd get a nice health boost for each one. Lockjaw has a good incentive to go for green also, because that's his active ability, so maybe he'll take it. Look at all the damage we're doing every turn, though. There we go. Health boost back, 2,600. Is Kamala even going to do anything in this match? Well, she's got a purple ability just like Medusa does, and a passive yellow the same way. So she's only going to get a lot of use out of green. And I don't think we're going to get that far. One more turn, and as you can see, we're in our green health bar that's up above our actual true health. Gonna win pretty easily, and there we go. That's how good Medusa is. She's just awesome. Got the heroic token, and look at that. If we can get another 100 points, we're gonna get the devil dinosaur and be done for the day. Check it out. Our last fight is against none other than Taskmaster, the guy who's behind all of this madness, the valedictorian. We're gonna take him on with our own Taskmaster. Let's do it. I wanted to get him into PvP action and couldn't do that in time for a video. So let's talk about how to spec him out in a one-on-one match, which is different if you're against a three-man team or if you have to consider the friends, the allies that you bring along into a match. So I got him at 553 where I had him at for the PvP. I think we're going to switch things around. Let's go to train powers. And let's talk about his blue first. Do as Peggy says is probably routinely his best blue ability choice for PvP fights. In this match, it's really a one-on-one. Let's look at his other abilities and see if they would make sense. Twin pistols would be pretty good damage, actually. That'd be many thousands, but it costs 15 in a heads-up match. I don't really think we're wanting to go that long. Ruthless Precision would also be a pretty hard-hitting ability for a cost of 12. Not a terrible idea here, because if the countdown goes off, it does good damage. If you can match the countdown, it does tons of damage. We'll think about that. Peggy says isn't going to work well, and here's the main reason why. You don't have any allies in this match, so you're only going to get one countdown when you play it, and you don't even get to stun the target anyway. He's an unstunnable, like a boss level version in the first place, but even if he was stunnable, you wouldn't be able to stun him since he's the upfront character target, not the non-target. Nuts from Above would be good if we think he's going to play special tiles by a bunch. I don't think that's going to come into play much here. Speed Shot could be a good decision, because if you get lucky and get an extra move, those countdowns do a bunch of damage for essentially free. And but I think we're going to go with Billy Club. No damage component here, but against us. Oh wait, we can't stun this guy, can we? If you were against a single heads-up opponent and they were stunnable, like in Crash of the Titans they are, I would go with Billy Club, because if you could keep that countdown safe, you would get a 2-turn stun every 3 turns repeatedly throughout the match. That would be ideal. I'm glad I remembered that he's not stunnable like I just said. So should we put it on Speed Shot? Let's do it. Going for an extra move. We'll see if we get it. Okay, so now let's go down to the black ability. Skullcracker's pretty good. I actually think what we should do here is set up our black to go back to level 5 and set red back down to level 3. You guys might disagree in this heads-up node, but we'll talk about it. Sniper rifle costs 15, and at level 5 it does do team damage of quite a bunch. At level 3 and level 4 it's only target damage and not team damage, just so that you're careful with that, just like Gray Suit Black Widow. But Moon Silver Blades is probably the way to go here. It's a random hit ability, but when you're against one opponent, it won't miss. This thing would do 80, let's see, I clicked on level 4, 8,400 or so on level 4. Level 5 is 13,000 some. Let's learn that. I think we're going to do that. We watched and learned from Moon Knight what to do there. That would be good. Now, Skullcracker wouldn't necessarily be bad. The damage is on the low, more toward medium size. Not horrible, but if you're going to get 12 black, you might as well do Moon Silver Blades for the big hit, right? If the enemy had, a different setup here, getting a team damage and then 3,700 plus a 2-turn stun might be smart, but I don't think in this match it makes much sense. Now, Shadow Step, I really thought about playing this. Alright, I want to do it. I know Moonsilver Blades is probably the best here, but Shadow Step is so fun. It only costs 10 instead of 12, and you earn black AP back after you play it and the traps are removed, and you just become impervious to damage no matter what. So I think we're going to do that. I think it's a very underrated ability. I know it's defense heavy and defense minded as opposed to offense, but I think we're going to get a lot of use out of it. Now, Night Stalker might not be a bad idea in a heads-up match. It only costs 8, it does decent damage, and then it steals 1 AP from the enemy's strongest color every turn. In this case, it would be stealing red. If that repeater stays on the board, he's never going to be able to play his red ability against you at all. Kind of takes a whole ability away, really. So I'd think about that. And then Quack Fu 1-2 destroys green on the board and does decent damage for doing it. If the enemy had a really important green ability, I would use this instead, but in this case it's not going to be much use. If we were against like 3-star Indestructible Hulk or somebody, that might be more important. So let's go with Shadow Step. You might be disappointed it's not Moonsilver Blades, but I did play that recently, and hopefully you did too. Alright, so on the red ability, what's the best here? Well, I moved it down to level 3, so that kind of changes things a little bit. A little off the top is going to do 2452 damage still at level 3. That's pretty good. It would do a lot more at level 5, I know, and in a heads-up match, this depends, because if you just can't get red early on and you've already taken him down to half health, then a big shot with red isn't as important. So who knows? We'll leave it here for now. Let's see. Oldest Trick in the Book is going to be pretty good if we have it ready to play and we get Speed Shot to go off, right? We would need to have the red ready, and if, let's put it back on level 3 here. If we got the Speed Shot, all those countdowns would be out, and then we'd do 1,500 damage plus 411 for each countdown on the board. Much better at level 5, but at level 3, I don't know, we'll think about that. Grim Efficiency, though, that's not too bad. It depends on how much green we have, and I don't intend to be matching a lot of green, but for a cost of 8, it does target damage 1175, it's pretty small, but the attack tiles would be really pretty strong here if we did build up green. So not a bad tactic to think about. Let's go over here to Star Spangled Avenger. Now, this is the one I wish I would have played in the Crash of the Titans with Taskmaster against Captain America. So let's do it. I know it costs 11, so it's on the expensive side, but we might be able to play it a couple times if we get that countdown resolve and we get the AP back. So we'll use that for level 3. I think moving target would be pretty decent for a cost of 12. It's still big damage at level 3 in a heads-up match, but Bunch of Fiddle Faddle is really a pretty big deal. It could be 6,900 damage if you get 13 red. This might be the way to go, but if enemy Taskmaster played happened to be Grim Efficiency, he'd add attack tiles to the board and would kind of take us down to the lower damage instead of the bigger damage. Let's go into it. That's been enough talking. This is the review of Taskmaster I meant to get in during his PvP. So there you have it. He's got 12,000 health. We're at 14. We don't have a huge advantage like sometimes in a heads-up match. What do we want to do here? There's a couple of black matches to make. I think I see a multi-move combo that makes the most sense. Let's do this. Red, blue, or purple, blue, red. Let's do this. Purple, blue, red. Kind of keeps other red tiles matchable if he sets us up. Oof, he got 2 matches in blue, though. That might have been a big mistake. I'm surprised to see he's equipped with Do As Peggy Says. That's kind of a bad choice on the developer's part. Maybe they did that to help us out a little bit. It does decent damage, but there's not going to be any stun or anything, of course. And he's got a little off, let's see. Yeah, a little off the top is probably a good choice for him to have against us. Oh, I didn't realize he had Shadow Step. So getting black is way more important, but now knowing that he's got it equipped also. Interesting. I didn't think that they would do that. So we need to get black. Let's take black this way. Let's leave the other black tiles a little more matchable. Just like that. We'll get the extra move though. Got the speed shot out there. And we need to match that critical. Maybe we'll do it. And we have a real chance of losing that blue over there. What do we want to do? You know what I think? I'm going to take a chance here and let him either match the critical or not. But I want to keep that speed shot healthy. I'm just going to drop it down like that. And we lose the other one. Yeah, that was not the best move. That was not the best move. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. But now we'll kind of separate that one. And there he goes with do as Peggy says. No stun. And speed shots. Look at that damage just burning off. That's so great. Okay. I don't think there's any way we're going to get that remaining blue tile matched away. We've got a red that drops red. And we're going to be able to win pretty much as soon as we get our red ability played. Don't really want to win that way. Let's see if we can get a black match lined up. Oh, thank you. Took away his own blue countdown. Come on, we want some black matches here. I won't mind even taking a little bit of damage, so I'm going to let him kind of get some matches against us like that red and such. All right. A little off the top. He learned it from Deadpool. 4,400 against us. Ouch. He's got 7 black. We have 7 black. So the next match in black AP is probably going to be the winner. There's an extra move here. I don't want to do it, though, in case it takes him out with the critical. What can we do? Let's do this. Oh, he did set us up with the extra move. Oh, can I bring myself to try to avoid it? Guy's screaming at me to take it. I'm going to let him. Okay. Now, we're both in trouble. I want to get this black match. Nice. This might work out pretty well. I think this will be fun. Cool. Now, we can play Shadow Step. 5 trap tiles, and I have a support that actually creates a strike tile when we play abilities. I just love Shadow Step when it's played correctly, and now it matters that the character who plays it, like Electra, needs to tank tiles in her colors for it to be effective. But everything we do in a heads-up match, we're tanking those colors. So let's just get something. I know there's a match 4 in Team Up. I'm just going to get yellow here. Watch what happens. He played his Shadow Step against us. So we're going to be in a back-and-forth Shadow Step battle. This is really pretty funny. I think he overwrote a couple of our Shadow Steps. He might be the favorite here. Oh, if he finds a way to come back and win, that would be so ridiculous. Can't get that match. Did I absolutely blow this? Oh, gosh. Please, no. Oh, no. I'm worried. I am worried. We need a multi-hit combo here, and I don't think we're going to be able to get it. The more hits we get in one play, the more Shadow Step tiles are taken out. Got 3 hits there. Peggy took us down to 276. Oh my gosh, look at this. How did we get this close? I'm not going to cheat and play a team up. Our strike tile is only 148. I don't think we can do it. I think we're toast. Oh my gosh, how did he get the shadow step after we did? I let it go a little too easily. That goes to show you how important that can be. Well, there's a chance we get a multi-move combo with this yellow if purple or red drops down, but I don't think we're going to get much. Oh my goodness. 15 health. We get the red, and look at this Star Spangled Avenger. Let's just place it in a red matchable location. We get the win in epic fashion. I can't believe it. That was so fun. All the way through. Best in class Taskmaster for the victory. Holy heck, that was fun. Got the Devil Dino reward, and we are done for the feature event. What a fun blast through. Hopefully that was okay. I know I really dragged it out, but some of you enjoy that. A lot of you kind of don't, but I appreciate you being along for the longer video. We got through the whole way and really played some fun teams. I hope some of those setups were fun or made sense, or at least brought a little bit of team combination or ability planning thought processes to help your game. And or if I gave you something good to make fun of me in the comments, do it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you need more MPQ on YouTube, hit up MPQ Mastery, and please become a subscriber. Hit the button on the left side of your screen that says MPQ on it right now. Have a good night. See you next time.